On the edge. On the edge.
On
the edge.
With Sonji.
I got two kinds of songs going on. Welcome everybody. You're on the edge. You're on the edge. You're on the edge with Sonji.
And C cool.
And T. Derek. And Uncle Shelton.
I'm in the building. Come on. I'm in the building. Yeah.
Right on.
Our number one hype man in the house, Sekou, the madman, and T with the fire, and Derek is the what?
Quiet storm.
Quiet storm. And guys, guess what? That's a match today, and we have a match. Made in heaven over here.
Oh, you talking about us?
Yes.
We can talk there?
That's a match. We got the beautiful comedy style of Wuda. But let me tell y'all about Wuda, right? Wuda is so fabulous that any song that you hear, she will turn it into a church song.
Nice. That's good. Need that.
And we got the fabulous, fiery. This guy will roast ya. The Ricky, the real deal, Shackleford.
I'm Rick James.
He's in the house. So, I mean, if y'all want to do your own intros, let's do it.
No, that was wonderful.
No, that wasn't good enough for me.
Do it then. Do it, Ricky.
You made me feel like I was sweeping the mall. Ladies and gentlemen, the godfather of comedy in Baltimore.
Go ahead.
I worked in Vegas and working all the concerts from Patti LaBelle to the OJ's Baltimore's own Ricky the real deal Shackleford.
And he forgot to tell y'all he was one of the original Blues Brothers. And no.
You keep talking. You already get it. I'm about ready to Patti LaBelle your ass.
Listen.
You gonna have a new attitude.
We get the band back together. We get the band back together.
I had a new attitude.
He getting the band back together, right? Right, Shelton?
What's understood don't need to be said, okay?
Oh,
Okay.
She's the real mother for ya. And she'll make you run for cover, yeah. And if you look, you don't discover Wuda's the real mother for ya.
Told y'all she make it sound like a church song. Well.
I thought Hezekiah Walker was in that one.
I love it. I love you guys.
Love you.
We love you too, Sonji.
Woo.
Thank you for inviting us.
You're welcome. Even though I told y'all to be quiet before the show started.
Then you invited the wrong
guys
people.
Was fired up. They're going to be tired in 15 minutes.
She said it 15
I'm
minutes.
tired now.
Yes, I told
No,
you.
I got a headache.
Yes.
They ain't give us nothing to eat. All they gave us was we had this yesterday. Same cup, no ice. Don't y'all have an ice machine?
No, listen.
Everybody got an ice machine.
Not here.
Not here.
Not here.
Maybe I'm gonna go down to Chick-fil-A and get my own ice.
I feel like I need to just hum and rock myself.
Well, you should never invited us if you didn't want us to talk.
No, I love y'all talking.
We
That's
could,
what
hey,
you here
look,
for.
we could have brought the Chimes boys. The boy from the Chimes.
I'm not.
They live right here in Park Heights.
Well,
Oh,
okay. I'm not laughing at that. That is not
She
funny.
said she's not gonna laugh.
That
at
boy's
that.
making a lot of money.
Well. So you guys, y'all settle down. Y'all good?
Waiting on you, baby.
Y'all got more?
We got a lot more. We're just waiting on you.
Well,
You tell us when to eat, chop, sleep. Y'all try to block me out.
I understand. You know, you're not good at taking
Following
orders and
directions.
directions, but you do know this is a self-development type show,
Okay,
right?
okay.
So everything that we do is about ourselves.
Oh,
right?
okay.
It's not about nobody else.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
so last week, right, Shelton?
We're
Yes, Lord.
Oh, over there.
Yes,
I was
indeed.
looking for him. I'm the hall.
I'm right here. I ain't.
Shelton.
No.
He looked like he
Where
lip
you at,
singing.
Shelton?
Is he lip singing?
Shelton. And
Uncle
judging,
Shelton.
They're here in the corner.
guys, we're gonna have to probably bring them back a couple more times. They need a little more therapy.
Did you take your medicine, Woody?
I don't have to take medicine. I'm a senior. I can say what I want to say when I want to say. Go ahead, baby. Talk to me.
Alrighty, so what's our topic, Mr. The Madman? We've been trying to get this one out, but we have never been successful in even getting that all the way out
It's
there.
all right.
So what's our topic?
Say it's all right.
Tonight.
Oh Lord. Go ahead, baby. I'll hold him down over here. Go ahead.
You never did it before. It ain't gonna work tonight.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna whisper something in his ear. Go ahead, baby.
They call me Mr. Tibbs.
Oh Lord.
So a few episodes, because this is our 7th episode. So welcome to our 7th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Episode. A few episodes back, we were talking about active listening skills. It was like listen. We said listen later, speak now, right? But technically we wanted to talk about how to actively listen to each other and learn from each other, right? So that's what we're about. And we got past that. That's why you see my host and everybody just attentively listen to you. It's not that we don't have anything to say. We just want to hear what you guys say. We know we all can't talk at the same time. So we graduated from that class, right? So now we want to talk about, what is the topic?
Diamonds and pearls.
Diamonds and pearls.
Okay.
So you guys being our guests, now usually we go down the line and we say, we already did it already. What do you hear, or what do you perceive when you hear the word diamonds and pearls?
Well, what I hear is Prince, diamonds and pearls. Oh, there's a song.
Right, I know.
That's what I hear.
I hear it too, but do you know any of the lyrics?
I just said it. If you miss them 2 lyrics, I cannot say it again. Do you know how hard it took me to remember that?
Yes, I do it.
I do.
All right, what about you, Miss Buddha?
I hear elegant. I hear women, empowered women, beauty, pearls, expensive.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Things of value.
Things of value.
So that's what we're going to talk about.
Okay.
Things of value. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's like we got self-worth, what we believe we are worth, right?
Yes.
We got self-esteem. You know, remember Catherine was like, how can I do anything about your self-esteem? It's an esteem of yourself, right? Meaning that's you, right? Remember Catherine say that? Like it's an esteem of yourself. But I do believe people can affect your self-esteem, but that's a whole other subject. And then we got self-love. Which one do you guys want to take? What do you guys want us to talk about?
Self-love.
Interesting.
That's a great one.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right, so Sekou, since you went first, if you love yourself, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. If you were a car, what car would you be?
The most expensive one.
You gotta tell me what
I
it
like
is.
I don't know what the most expensive car is. Whatever the expensive car, I don't know. Whatever the most $1 trillion car.
Wow.
Someone Google it. I don't know. Like, I'm that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I
What's the
am.
most expensive car? You know car.
You gotta be able to tell us.
That is not the most expensive.
Something like a Maybach.
A Maserati. That's what
I don't want to be the Maybach. The Maserati. It's whatever car it is. It's
Tell
like
me
they
one.
made 3 of them. Put it like that.
Give me one.
I don't know the name of this car. I really don't know.
It's still being born.
But I'm that car. That's me. I'm the most. It's only one of me. So boom, I'm that car.
All right, and
Three boys.
if you were a car, what car would you be?
Probably a Rolls Royce.
You see that, man?
Hey,
Yeah.
nice.
Yep.
Okay, and Mr. Quiet Storm Dark, if you were a car, what car would you be?
Probably a Lamborghini because that always been my favorite car.
Awesome. Uncle Shelton in the building.
In the building.
In the building.
Dang, if I was a car, that's kind of difficult. I mean,
It is difficult. It is.
I'm gonna take a Corvette Stingray. That's why I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that.
Ooh.
Something nice and sexy.
Give
You
him
know?
a hand clap.
Yeah.
I don't know cars either myself. So how about you, beautiful?
Me?
Yes.
A Bentley. I like that Bentley.
You like the
too.
Bentley? You like the Bentley? I am Mr. Ricky.
I don't buy
the
nothing I
real
can't
deal.
afford. Give me a Ford. Fix or let me finish. He said we can talk. Please. Fix or repair daily. That's what I am. Afford whatever.
Oh, that's what you are.
No, mind your business. That ain't who I am. That's what I listen. I'm always prepping myself to be better. The way you love yourself, when you love somebody, when you love yourself, you got to repair yourself every day. Fix or repair daily. I'm a Ford, baby.
Okay. I got you.
Okay.
And I appreciate your honesty, and I know you thought about this. So that's why I came up with the question. And then, what car do you aspire to be?
Fix or repair daily. But you asking me, let me finish because y'all talk too much. But I'm going to say this. The reason why I say that is because I'm a very simple person. See, I'm old school. We work with what we have. Fix or repair daily. I would drive it till the wheels fall off. Mm-hmm. That's what, and you ask me, that's how I am. I ain't caught up into Bentleys. You know what them things, Bentleys, they call car payments. I don't want nothing. Okay. I want something that I can afford and I can handle on my level. See, I'm just simple. I could be a billionaire. You would never know it.
So the thing is like when we're talking about, and I appreciate your sharing. Mm-hmm. So when you talk, now me, I'm up in the air. I have no idea on what type. If I was a car, what car I would be. I know which one. You know what I'm saying? So maybe somebody can tell me. You know what I mean? Because it's really about yourself and what you believe that your worth and your value is. And you can be at the level that you are, or it could be the level that you aspire to be. You know what I mean? So nobody has a wrong answer. So I have no idea. Coyote, you said you know.
Yeah, you would be
I'm raising my hand.
BMW.
A what?
A
She's a BMW. Everything about you is BMW. You got a trunk.
Oh Lord. Okay, Coyote. I'll take a BMW. I'll take a B. I don't know about the BWU, but I'll take the BMW. I'll take that. I'll take that. Did you have one for me, Sekou? Because you barely had one for yourself.
No, I got one. I just don't know the name of the car.
Right.
I was gonna say Bugatti, but at the same token,
Bugatti.
like I was gonna say something
elegant. It's something elegant. It's one of them cars like in Persia somewhere. Like they're not here. But I guess for you, I'm a Maybach. There you go.
Okay, whatever.
A Maybach. That's the real expensive Benz.
Yes. Okay, all right. But and Uncle Shelton, you gave me yours, right?
Yep.
The Stingray.
You said a Corvette.
Corvette
You said a
Stingray.
Corvette. Oh,
Yep,
okay,
yep.
okay.
Who is
So you-
talking up there because no lips are moving?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
He's lip
Don't worry
syncing.
about my lips as long as you hear me. That's the important part.
I don't even know if I'm seeing you.
That's all right. That's all right. You ain't got to see me, just hear me. The visual ain't
Confuse
necessary.
the elders like this. You cannot.
Hey, Woody, he making me have to pee.
you always got a
I'm
pity.
on fire.
Don't tell no
So you
seniors
need-
to shut up at 6 o'clock.
You need a
Okay.
all right.
I guess this be our last appearance. I can't take this. I'm crying.
Don't cry.
Because I'm crying. Oh,
So you got a song for us?
yeah, I had it. You got me
Because you
crying.
remind me of the guy on Living Color with the guitar.
I got a song. Want to hear it?
I got a song for you. Here you go.
Gonna buy me a car.
Oh,
Boom,
my
boom,
Lord.
boom,
She said, oh, my
boom,
Lord.
boom, boom, boom. But the price ain't
Music
right.
is out there.
It's a real mother for ya. Make you wanna run for
Anybody know the
cover. Yeah.
No, I'm
You're not
following
going-
your lead.
It's a real
Oh,
mother
y'all, I'm just going to let y'all loose.
You got to, because I feel like I'm in prison or
No,
going to court.
no.
I feel like I'm on a court. I got a court case coming in the morning. I got one here tonight. I didn't do it, Your Honor. She told us we can't do nothing. We can't even spit. Don't do nothing. Don't breathe.
You spit enough.
I done spit. I'm trying to dry up that fake hair of yours.
But Sonji, this is what I want.
Yeah, talk to me, baby.
Sonji,
We got to keep it loose for us.
This is what I wanted to say
Go ahead,
in
sweetie.
reference to your topic.
Okay, go ahead.
My therapist and I talked about this very subject today about your self-worth.
Right.
And you have to identify your worth for yourself. You can't allow other people. This is what I got out of my session. Yes, I go to therapy.
Crazy. Cray.
Maybe you need to try.
They need a few sessions.
I ain't paying for that money when I already know the answer. If you went in there crazy, you gonna leave crazy. You crazy for me.
Everybody thought like that.
But I ain't everybody. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in here.
Did I finish my thought?
Oh God, we be all night.
So the thought is that you identify your value for yourself. You don't let other people identify for you your value.
That's true.
Did you get a recording on that?
And that's absolutely true. And that's what we were just. It's something new that we're talking about because we never went to that subject since we started our series.
What's her name on the end?
That's T.
When you just said that, she looked so worried about you.
That's because we're actually.
You're very serious. I understand.
No, we're not. We joke around, but
Okay.
we really want to we use this platform to release.
Then why
things,
would you invite a comedian? Then?
No, but laughter is our therapy.
Say
You know what
that.
I'm saying? Laughter is our therapy.
Okay, but why would you invite a comedian? You know what you're gonna get. You know who I am. You done been to 2 of my shows, right? This is who I am. So why you invite? You could invite Woody. Y'all look good together. Y'all off to see the wizard.
You can excuse yourself, Ricky. You
ain't
ain't
got
Give us our guitar.
I can get home and I can be in time.
Give us our. You can take your broomstick. No.
Don't worry about it. I'm trying to watch The Bachelor tonight. You ain't got nothing that The Bachelor ain't got.
So, Ricky, before you leave, tell us
Just before you leave.
Tell us
He's kicking me off. I ain't telling you all nothing. You ain't gonna kick me off and ask me a question.
Tell us about what you got.
What you called me the other day? Dum.
What you got? Tell us about what you got up and coming.
I'm up and I'm about ready to come right now.
Ricky want to go home and watch his TV series.
I love you, baby.
Son, get your butt down and tell us about what you got going on.
I know, but you can't tell a comedian not to talk.
No, we never said
that's
that.
That's like asking a murderer. Do you have the weapons?
Show, baby. This is her
I know, but I didn't know we gotta be handcuffed.
Well, we don't know until we get here. So
We
follow
here.
the rules.
Did
you follow rules in
Are you
school?
going to the casino?
Hey, Uncle Shelton, can you bail us out of this foolishness?
Hey, I don't know how I got in there. And I was going to call.
I'm
trying to
see who talking that I don't see. Wait a minute, hold on. Go ahead.
She can't see me. She's stuck there. It's not even going to work. She can't see me. She want to see me.
Yeah, I want to see you. Where you at, baby?
I'm trying to be seen. You such a sweetheart. I'm trying to be seen, and I'm just not coming through. So I just had to give you the vocals.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
just got to give you the vocals.
Okay, I got them.
Because the time is off. Got you.
Huh.
Got you.
All right, go ahead, Uncle Shelton.
Alrighty, so
we hear you.
You hear me? What we talking about? What's happening?
Exactly.
I answered the question. I'm waiting for the next follow-up.
Yeah.
I'm a Corvette Stingray.
All right, so
I go fast, I look good and sexy.
Now.
All right, so we on self-worth. You know what I mean? So building yourself up. What would you do in regards to, giving yourself self-love and self-worth, building yourself up in your everyday routine?
What would I do?
Yeah.
Shoot, I do it all the time. I laugh. I have fun. I make sure that every moment counts. I play my Xbox. I play my PlayStation. I get love from wifey. I get hugs from my kids. Love my kids. Love my little baby boy. Even though he be jacking me up sometimes, but I love him though. He wants some other stuff. I gotta figure some stuff out. Oh, he's 4-year-old, but he been here before. He been like 55. You know what I'm saying? He doing some things he ain't got no business doing. You know, I come in the house, he looking me up and down like I don't live here or something. You know, like I'm a visitor. So I had to make sure. You know, I had to check him sometimes.
Oh, a visitor.
You know, yeah. You know,
That's good.
Dude used to do things. He used to come in. I'm telling you, the disrespectful little brat. I'm calling him Brett. I love him, Jeff. I'm calling him Brett for a second. Dude will come into the room, right? Pitch black. I'm asleep. This little mofo come in, hit the light switch, and run out. Yo, the light is right in my face like interrogation. I'm like, yo, you little son of a... Boy, if you were my son, I was going to jack you up and throw you out the window, but we cool now. We cool. But yeah, that's my pride and joy right there.
That's what's up.
No doubt.
Awesome, Uncle Shelton, for sharing that. That is hilarious. Now, going back into the self-esteem thing, the beautiful people I have here over here are comedians, right? You guys deal with all types of Buddha. You guys deal with all types of criticism, right? Does that when say for instance you going on and you feel like you did a wonderful job, and then someone comes at you and say that they try to criticize or pick apart your set? How do you handle that? As far as does that affect your esteem? But how do you handle the criticism?
I think it really depends on who's giving the criticism, because you can't take everybody's stuff.
Right.
So if Howard or Ricky or you or Coyote may say something to make my set better, I'll listen. But you can't. Everybody can't speak into me,
right?
Because everybody, is not about me. Everybody doesn't love me. Everybody doesn't really know me. So I guess I would bear and grin it. I mean, grin and bear it, whatever the saying is, because you can't let everybody speak into you.
Yeah. That's true. And Ricky being a mentor to a lot of comedians. In your whole life, you've been a mentor to a lot of comedians, and you've been giving them constructive criticism and things of that nature. How do you do that without hurting these people's feelings?
Tough love.
Yeah.
Because comedy is not supposed to be likable. The bottom line with comedy is, and especially when you watch a comedian, he's sharing his pain. You see, so when I structure comedians, let's say if a heckler hits you and just throw your whole show off, you have to have thick skin. You can't take it personal, because that's what a real comic does.
Right.
You see, so my thing to anybody that don't understand comedy, you got to be in them shoes. Get on that stage, and then you'll respect what we do. Get on that stage. Am I right, Cody?
That's true.
Get on that stage. It's a whole different world.
Yeah, and so Uncle Shelton, you got any follow-up on that?
He pretty much said it all on that.
Definitely.
I agree with him.
Definitely.
That's Uncle Shelton. I'm the Godfather.
That's
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Respect. Much love, Godfather. Much love.
That's why I got to be the Godfather.
Anyway, if you didn't want me to eat the cake, you shouldn't eat the cake.
Sometimes, exactly.
Eat the cake.
Who got cake? Somebody give me some cake.
You make a better audience member. I love when you sitting in the seats, because there's a whole different world on that stage. That's exactly what I just said.
It is. Yeah. It's definitely.
And I'm just having fun, guys. Don't take me personal, because I mean it. I ain't going home embarrassed. One thing I say to comedy, you don't want to have a bad night. That's the worst feeling in the world for a comic. I don't have bad night. I have bad audiences.
Oh, okay.
That's right. I have bad audience, because I'm the real deal.
Come on.
Okay.
I give you what you give me. You give me love, I give you love.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, because I'm the Godfather.
And he just the uncle.
He's the uncle. There's uncle.
I ain't got to be just the uncle now. That's kind of...
And there's Jada Pinkett.
That's just wrong.
What you say, Uncle Shelton?
I said I ain't got to be just the uncle. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Thank you, bro. Lighten up.
We not tight at all.
Y'all asses is tight.
We are not tight.
Y'all girdle tight.
We're not tight. We're not trying to step on you, bro.
I'm just trying to have fun.
I'm just trying to be obedient. Go ahead.
No, I want you to be fun. Oh, I got one for you. Okay.
Buddha,
So, All right.
You'll
So
sell out.
have y'all ever did the thing where a person throws a topic at you and then you kind of like throw them back with a joke or
Well, that's what
a
I
roast?
do.
Well, that's what he
That's
does.
what I do, and that's why I can speak on it, especially only 40 years in the business, and I'm sitting up here with enough, y'all got 12 altogether. The point is this here, comedy is so different for every comic. My style going to be different than the next comics. I can take subjects, I can do a 4-hour stand-up, meaning just improvisation, talking with the crowd, because I make myself, whether you like it or not, likable. Once you become likable, you can say anything you want. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So that's all I'm saying. It's something that you have to train to do.
That's true.
You have to train.
Will Smith.
So we could. We're not
Man,
gonna
Will
slap
Smith
you.
just slapped
We're
me.
not gonna slap you. We're not gonna slap you. We might knock your hat off. But we're not gonna slap you. Look at his face. That's what you said. Lighten up.
So
He
give
said
an
Will Smith,
example.
I was getting scared.
I get you.
Give an example of what you're talking about when you say throw something out there and.
So the worst thing. Well, you know how somebody just throw a topic out, and then you just make a joke about it.
Well, you saw it the other night when I was talking to the audience, remember? And I said, what do you do? One says, I'm a mechanic. So all you're thinking about is the funniest thing you can think of in seconds, what a mechanic. And that depends on your audience.
All right, I got one for you.
Talk to me.
All right, Sonji as an animal. What animal would I be?
A bird? And I got a good one too. You're gonna love this one. You ready for this? A mockingbird. But see how quick I did that? Because it was the funniest thing I saw in a Sonji. A mocking freaking bird.
Anybody got Uncle Sheldon? Throw one out to him.
All right, anyway, I gotta hear him.
Don't throw nothing out to me. Go ahead.
If he can throw anything for that podcast,
Ricky
he
is
could.
the catcher.
I'm the king of Baltimore's comedy. I love y'all too.
Go ahead, Miss T.
Ghost.
He said go.
She told me to be quiet when I came in the door today.
And you follow directions.
I did.
That's why
Because
you
I
gonna
ain't
be.
with this smoke.
You got some weed? You got weed? I know you young people call it weed. You got some weed?
I don't have no weed.
I got a medical marijuana card.
And he got a food stamp.
No.
That's what I want your
There ain't
food
no
stamp
food.
card.
No, it's an EBT card.
Your EBT.
Y'all hate me.
Let me hold that. It will be with me.
That's correct.
Oh my God, I'm getting hot now.
Don't get out of here, baby. We shut them doors and have an orgy. You better stop it. You better. Hey, look, I said that. She started straightening up her hair. Where we gonna start?
The babies is spitting their juice out about what you said.
Nah, but there ain't no babies. I bet you them babies got children. Sweetie, you got a child?
I got grandkids.
Oh,
They still babies.
there ain't no
today.
babies. You
Yes,
got
they are.
grandkids.
Yeah,
That wig is just fake. You pull that wig off, you're gonna have gray matters.
Yes, you are.
How many kids you got? You got grandkids?
3.
That's what I'm saying. She's very mature, I can tell. And Lil Wayne over here.
Oh my.
How many kids you got?
3.
See what I'm saying? You got a little kid. They grown ups.
They all babies. To
Buddha,
me,
you
though.
getting so old.
I'll be baby. I ain't got a
When I
problem with
put you, when I push you back to that senior home, I'm gonna sit you right in the flower bed.
They hold a special place in my
Oh
bosom.
my
They
goodness.
do. Thank you. Thank
Buddha, can you do me a song? Sing me a church song, please, or something. See, you don't even know a church song.
I had some good times. And I had some weary days.
That's
But
why Ricky need his
all
own way.
my weary days
Go on, girl.
and sleepless nights.
That's all right.
But oh, my look around.
Go, Buddha, go, girl.
And I think things over.
All the time. But I had some good days. Don't worry
Not
about my.
all
Coyote,
my weary days.
See how he always sliding on there, Uncle
But
Sheldon.
I won't complain.
Won't complain. That's my song. You got me crying over here. You know, took the kids to church.
Pass the plate.
But hey, I'll take the money.
Yes,
I'm gonna hang out with Jamal Bryant after this.
Yes. That is hilarious. Now I do know, like going along with the self-esteem thing. One of the questions I saw when I was doing a Q&A, it was something about a person being boring. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That makes their low. If they're boring, their self-esteem is really low. Nobody's here boring. Derek, are you awake?
So is that scientific?
No, they start laughing. Y'all don't even get it. Derek over there. Do you vote Derek? Okay, Derek, let me ask you this about boring. I know you're not a boring individual, but anybody ever accused you of being boring? Why not? You have nothing else to say. Yeah, what's exciting about you, Derek? My dear.
A lot of things. I like to crack jokes.
You do?
That's right.
So,
he has a sense of humor.
You couldn't tell by her.
Derek is active.
What's
Listen.
going on again? This is turn y'all out. That's enough for me.
Wait a minute, baby. I'm going to shake this wire.
Put it between your legs.
So T, do you consider yourself
I know
boring,
you
or what
smoke.
makes you not boring?
Hell
No, I'm not
that-
boring. What makes you not boring?
Shut me off.
My personality, my
Put me on
attitude.
another channel.
Yeah.
Let me know if
I'm
you...
not
I
boring.
can't. Oh, there.
What type of personality do you have? They don't know you.
I would say easygoing.
Easygoing. That's gonna be boring.
No.
That's not boring.
You never know what you're gonna get.
It's on.
What's going on, Brown?
I just know about easy going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
'Cause you're easygoing.
I'm easy going. I go with the flow.
So
Yeah.
easygoing people are not boring.
No, we spontaneous.
It's spontaneous.
So there you go.
Impulsive, actually, not spontaneous. Impulsive.
I don't know about that.
Impulsive.
Impulsive.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's scary.
Yeah.
No,
It can be.
Yeah.
Listen. Personality will take you a long ways.
Always.
And half the people in life don't have a personality. One of the things I learned in my wisdom of 66 years, did I say 66? I look good, thank you.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. But no, the point is this here, you know, in life you got to know yourself at some point. You cannot be
Self-awareness.
out there just going through the motions. You know, what I've learned about me is I'm a hard worker. I gets it done. I don't take no nonsense, and I'm always on time. And that's all I showed you guys since I've been here. But it works for me. You see, but to be successful, you have to have all that. You know, I haven't worked on a job since 1984. I ain't touched a job. Y'all wasn't even born, some of y'all.
I was born.
You what year was that, Tony?
I was born too.
What year was you born,
I
baby?
was born in 67.
66. Okay. Okay. Me and Dr. King was marching.
I
I had a dream this evening.
was born in 77.
77. I was just getting out of school. Wow.
So, Uncle Shelton, boring. Are you boring, or what makes you not boring? Well, we all know.
I don't think so. I don't think I am, but depending upon who you ask, you might. I mean, you know, because I ain't in all that bull jive. You know, I ain't in all that extra stuff. You know, I don't be going to the clubs like that. You know, when people shooting and all that dumb stuff. I don't be doing that. I'm chilling. You know, I don't want no smoke. I don't want no drama. I ain't got no baby mamas. My baby mama is my wife. You know what I'm saying? It's like I ain't got, I ain't got none of that extraness.
Yeah.
You know.
So some people might think that's boring.
Yeah.
That's
and that's all right.
That's right.
That's all right.
I am bullet hole free. My mental is intact. I ain't had no heart attacks, no strokes. You know, I got all my original limbs.
Yeah.
I ain't got no beef.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I ain't got no heat. Got nothing to prove.
Awesome. You secure with that. That's not going to be anything. If you feel like you're boring, that will be the problem. But you don't.
Nah, Chief. I'm all right. I'm good.
Yeah, but I have a question too. Since we just improvising right now, a part of life is knowing yourself. I said it a second ago, but I like being by myself.
I do too.
I don't need somebody to validate me.
And validation is for parking.
But that comes to what I was saying earlier about knowing self.
Validation is for parking.
Right.
I
like that.
And that definitely takes us to the next point. I want to hear with Coyote. Do you think you're boring? Exactly. And Woody, you already answered the question, right?
I'm not.
Oh yeah, I don't think
I'm not
boring.
born. They took it away from me already. They took the mic away. They took the mic away. But nah, I don't feel that I'm born. You know, I like things being excited. I like people. Sheldon, no, I gave him his toast at his wedding. It wasn't born, wasn't brother. It wasn't
Nah,
born.
nah.
So we keep things. We keep
You're on that
things
line, but it wasn't
I
born.
was on that line.
Y'all done crossed the line.
We keep things exciting over here. I like things to be exciting because you only got one life.
One life.
You know what I'm
One
saying?
life,
right.
And I'm cool with myself too, but I ain't down with all that being alone.
Right, I understand. I know, but everybody, you can be an introvert or extrovert, but as long as you cool in your own skin, and we're talking about self-esteem. So
I'm cool in your skin too.
yeah,
so.
okay, Coyote. Can somebody take the mic? Anyway, so I'm gonna ask I got everybody? Did I get you? Say cool, because I want to make sure everybody get a chance to speak. Say cool. Do you consider yourself boring? Because I know we talked about it, but you was piggybacking off of hers.
Yeah, no, I'm not boring.
We don't piggyback.
Well, no, I'm still not boring.
Right. What makes you not boring?
Because I'm interested. First of all, I'm too busy to be boring.
I know that's right,
So
sir.
that's
You too,
one.
what, baby?
I'm too busy to be boring. On top of that, I like conversation. So if you got a conversation with substance, we could talk all day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm far from boring.
Yeah, and I agree. I known you for years. I don't think you're boring, but if I didn't know you, I would think you would be.
Absolutely.
Because from the surface, yeah, she looked like you could be boring. Yeah, you're very, very, very reserved. Yes. And most of the once you get a certain age, though, it is what it is. Most people are like that. Hey, I'm sick of y'all two over here. Y'all supposed to be on this end, then that's the match conversation challenges. Yeah.
I'm just saying that this shows that I'm not boring. Yeah, she's seen my lives. I'm not boring at all.
Nah, I don't think you are. But
what she seen?
My lives.
She's live.
Oh, okay.
I thought she seen some other things. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I was like,
Hold on now.
No, live, Instagram, you know what I mean? Facebook, live, L-I-V-E.
I think I'm friends with you, so I'm gonna go on and
Yes. And my thing, to me, to answer the question, I don't think that I am boring or anything. I can be an introvert or extrovert. I'm in between the two. But I used to like to be like Ricky to myself. I'm a Cancer. I used to want to be to myself. I didn't really care what was going on in the world, but then I realized I became depressed. Spending too much time with yourself could. But see, Ricky has the outlet. He has the comedy, so he's out there. He pick with everybody in the audience. That's his way of being able to communicate with people. He picks on everyone in the audience, and he has fun with it, and they love it.
Yeah,
you know. So anyway, so I don't think that I'm a boring person, but I guess if someone were to see me across the room and see me reserved, like Stay Cool was saying, they would think that I'm boring. You know what I mean? So but that brings me to the other thing, and it's our last thing, and then I'm gonna let you guys tell us about what you guys got up and coming. The other thing that you guys was touching on was worth. And what about, how do you feel about people expecting you to prove your worth?
You don't.
You say you don't.
No. They not your people. If you gotta prove yourself to
Odie.
people around you, they not
your
people.
Coyote.
They not your people.
Right.
They not. Right. Why would you have to prove yourself
to your people?
To your people.
Exactly.
So it's like you never really get the chance,
because they're gonna keep making you jump through hoop after hoop after hoop to prove yourself to their standards. That's their standards, their perspective.
Well, my thing is find your circle.
Find your circle.
And the bottom line is, listen, folks, you can't please everybody.
You can't.
So you focus on self. It's not selfish. Self. It's about you loving you first. So, and that's how this world is evolving, because this is where we're going to now.
Exactly.
Everybody, I'm gonna be the next. No, you're gonna be the next one waiting. So my thing to anybody that's trying to reach,
the next one waiting.
They're waiting. No, don't steal my material there, young lady. I like you, baby. Anything I can do to help a sister. Peace, girl. Peace be with us.
The next one waiting.
The next one waiting.
Yeah.
That's dope.
All right.
I like
and
that.
let me go to Wuda, and then I'm gonna come back to you. So, proving your worth.
I think it's all about yourself too. I think you have to prove you have to prove to yourself,
yes, ma'am,
what it is that who it is and what it is that you want to be about and want to be. I think that comes in first. And just like T say, they're not my peeps. I don't have to prove anything. My peeps, for one thing, are going to allow me to grow
and be
because your value or what you think about yourself is going to change from day to day and time to time. If you're growing, if you're pouring into yourself and growing, then all that stuff is relative. It changes.
And I agree, and I appreciate that information. And going back to what T said, I'm going back. No, negative. Coyote will talk last. Coyote talks last. But going back to what T said, because I lost my thought now. When it, going back to the proving of your wealth, and to prove that you're worth and you're worthy. You may, and if a person feels like they got to keep doing that, like you said, they may never achieve that because that person is constantly gonna keep up in the ante.
More and more.
Right. They're gonna move the line. As soon as you feel so that you done reached something, they're gonna move the line. Move the line.
Every now and then, stay in your lane.
Right.
See, that's the key. Just stay in your lane. Because you're going to meet all the negative. You're going to meet positive people that's positive, but they're really negative because they hate because they want what you got. Stay in your lane to be successful. I'm trying to tell you that I'm successful because I'm doing what I enjoy. Exactly. Joy will come in the moment.
Yes, it will. You want me to sing that?
No.
So when we're talking, because when we're talking to relationships, it's like people will be in these relationships and they constantly have to prove themselves.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it causes them to have a very low self-esteem if they do not reach these goals that these people are setting for them. And so that's why I was bringing it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But how about reaching your own goal first before you expect somebody else to reach a goal that you have set for them? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And Uncle Shelton, proving your worth.
What am I trying to prove here? I'm grown. I ain't proving nothing to nobody. Sure. I know it ain't a long time for some people, but I've been here 43 years. Wow. I ain't proving jack squat.
Yeah.
I proved that I've been here 43 years. I know some stuff. There's a lot of stuff I don't know, and I don't care what you think about it.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you how I feel.
That's
try to be respectful, with it. Depending upon who it is.
I get you.
Depending on the nature of the subject, though, you might get a little.
Your wife walked in the room. She walked in the room.
You might get some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't deal with that bull spit too well.
I understand. All right, and Derek, proving your worth. I'm sorry. Wealth, I mean worth.
I like the hat you got on. Baby.
Yeah, don't he look like the RZA?
I don't know who that is.
He look RZA-ish.
He look RZA-ish. For the Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know those people.
Challenge.
Yes.
So, yeah. I mean.
So are you gonna prove yourself or not?
No.
She goes
only person I would prove is myself.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
Only person I would prove anything to is myself.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
All right, now, Coyote, you got the floor.
Well,
Proving your worth. And Coyote, we're speaking about yourself. Your worth.
I got you.
All right,
Well, it went out. Okay. Well, first is like, of course, you got to prove your worth to yourself, but also to advance yourself. It's other things you want out here. It's not just about yourself. And some stuff you want out here that actually it's the value of somebody else's standards, the value of the buyer. So it's like,
but we're not talking about that.
All I'm saying is that
we sticking with self. Let's evaluate yourself, Coyote Band, please.
Well, what I'm saying is
so
that
do you believe that you should have to prove your wealth? And if you do believe that, how? Yourself, not anybody else.
No, what I'm saying, what I was
That's
saying.
a match. This is what That's a Match is about. You match what I'm asking. Stay on topic.
What I was saying is that proving your worth to yourself. Yeah, I believe you have to prove your worth to yourself, but I also believe that I have to, if depending on what I want, right? I might have to prove if I wanted to work at a job, I have to prove my worth of where I'm at. And in my circle, you know, they all going to be like, oh yeah, Coyote,
That's
blah,
true.
blah, blah. But it comes a time that I got to advance. So
That's true.
I can't, you know, regardless of what I think I'm worth, the buyer is the person determines value of what I might be trying to accomplish.
That's true.
So, and that's what advances us. That's what advances us out of our box. So
Right.
if
constantly learning.
If Ricky knew he had to go to HBO and he knew the HBO standard is this and this, he's going to sharpen his steel a little bit to make sure he reached that standard, even though he might feel that he's already valuable.
Yes.
So, question.
Go ahead.
With that being said, what happens when you think you are over qualified for somebody saying your worth?
Well, over.
And you use HBO with Ricky as an example. So HBO is asking you to come and do whatever set for them, and you feel as though that you're worth X, Y, and Z, and they only want to give you X. What do you do?
Well, because we had a kind of similar situation with Netflix and Monique.
Yes.
Perfect example. But you still got to prove yourself.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a lot of competition out there. My mind's going on and out. And the bottom line is, hey, look, if you think you're worth that, show me.
That's right.
Show me the money. You got to show it.
Okay.
So mine is in and out. I can.
And I agree with that. And I agree with that 100%. But when it comes to people who have very low self-esteem and people who are working on maintaining their self-esteem is the subject. So what can you do or advise a person who does have low self-esteem on how to bring it up?
Go to therapy.
Yes.
Yeah. And I understand. I think it's a difference, though, from what Coyote was talking about and you feeling a certain way about yourself.
Yes.
Yes, you have to prove yourself. When I go to a job, when I go to an interview, yes, I have to perform at their standards. But if I'm already feeling low, that I'm worthless,
you're not even going to try to get the job.
Don't touch it, though.
You're not even going to apply for the job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't think you're worthy
of it.
Yeah. So now that we know that everybody is esteem is at a level where it should be, then we go to the next level, exactly where you're talking about, Coyote. Now we go into the next level of the value part.
But I also think, excuse me if I'm interrupting, that a lot of that stuff comes from childhood trauma.
Right.
When you begin not to feel good about yourself, you know. So again, therapy to me is some of the answer. Other answers are meditation, you know, things that make you go inside yourself, because we already have what it is that we need in ourselves. We just have to get in touch with those kinds of things.
But I want to just piggyback on that. You know, we all have to learn in different ways. Therapy might work for you, but I've always been challenged. People challenge me. Yo, you can't do this. You can't do this. Well, that's when you have to learn
personal challenges.
Yeah, right. That's when you have to learn what works for you. See, what works for you might not work for me.
Right.
So that's always been the challenge. Oh, you don't think I'm gonna do it? I'm gonna do it, because I had that athlete mentality. I like to win. You're gonna lose sometime, but you're gonna win too. It's just that's life.
Exactly. So now that takes me to this last thing, and then I'll let Coyote talk about the value piece. The last thing, how do you handle things when you mess up? When you just did not do well at all?
I'm going to do it again.
That's right.
Do it again?
I'm going to do it again. If I fall down, I'm going to do it again.
Get back up again.
I'm going to do it again. And two, I feel as though that I've mastered it for me, because it's not for the other person. Again, you grow by messing up. You grow by the mistakes. So if you're looking for a perfect person or a perfect situation, it's none. It's none out here. Now, what somebody may seem picture perfect, or what they say the perfect relationship, perfect this, it doesn't even exist.
Right.
Okay. Shelton, what do you do if you mess up? How do you handle messing up or, not doing a good job at something?
Depends on what I messed up. It's like, it might have been something I had no business doing the first doggone place. So I ain't doing that crap no more.
That's good.
I only take one time. You know what I'm saying? Get the hell knocked out of you real quick doing something or being somewhere you ain't got no business being. No, I ain't doing that anymore.
Right.
But,
okay, so
yeah, it just depends.
All right, so say you were putting something together and you messed it up. You got and the whole say back in the day we used to have to put all these things together. You have to put the shelves together and things like that. And you find out that you put it together backwards. What do you do when you mess up?
Set my TV on it and be done with
it. Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. That is 50 screws in the floor and it's holding up. And I can set my TV on it. I'm good.
If it's sufficient enough to do what it need to do,
that's right.
I'm gonna leave that joint exactly where it is. I don't care if it's backwards.
So what do you do, Sekou, if you put something together backwards?
If I put something together backwards, first of all, I laugh at myself.
Right.
Because I put it together backwards. Like, damn, I really did this.
So mad.
So mad, dummy. You know what I'm saying? But after I take my accountability and laugh at myself, I'll see where I messed up at and go back to that spot where I messed up at and fix it and, move forward that way.
Right. And you already answered the question?
I'm gonna keep. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna try to repeat it and go back and correct the mistakes.
Okay, and
so she gonna go buy another shelf.
I am
time after time.
I am. What you do, Ruda?
I told you I'm gonna set my stuff on top of it.
All right, and Ricky, how do you handle when you feel as though you messed up? You are holding yourself accountable and you're saying you messed up. This is between you.
I don't know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just
listen, I've been listening to the whole thing. When you lose, you win.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to lose to learn. That's how you win. So and you ask me, what do I do? You just said it. Get back up again. Because that's how you win. Sometimes you win off your mistakes because you learn. You got to learn too now, So it always worked for me.
So what about the shelf? What would you do with the shelf?
I wouldn't even have a shelf.
You gotta answer the question.
What would you have, baby?
That's the show. The title is That's the Match. You have to match the conversation. You gotta answer the question. So you had a shelf, you put it together,
the whole TV,
and you found out you put it together backwards. What would you do?
You ever seen the garbage can? That's where that shelf be at. I don't have no patience. I done built this shelf up, man. It done broke down. You wanted to put it back together. That's a 9 to 5. I ain't working 9 to 5.
You can't work 9 to 5.
I do 1 hour a night and I'm off.
All right,
best job in the world.
Dad,
Come on.
What would you do?
Come on now.
I'll just take the whole thing apart and start back over.
Okay, that's patient.
What about you, Coyote?
You got patience.
As far as the shelf is concerned, I just take care of it. As like when you look at Thomas Edison, he had like 1,000 unsuccessful experiments. And somebody would ask him, what does it feel like to fail 1,000 times? He just kept going, Nobody
because he don't know. So he don't know what to fail. He doesn't know.
I failed 1,000 times. I don't know. I might not.
Nobody even. I didn't say
I might rethink some things.
He failed 1,000 times. You just remember the light bulb.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was determined. He was determined to do this thing that he saw in his head, this vision.
I'm sorry.
And he was.
No.
I know the average person is not. He was a unique individual.
After about the 5th time, you need to reevaluate your decisions because it's like
I don't think it would probably go to 5 times, Shelton. Uncle Shelton, 5 times.
I'm giving them grace. I'm giving them grace, depending. Sometimes sometimes we do stuff the first time. Okay, all right, I'm a rookie. Second time, okay, I'm getting a little bit better. Third time, okay, 4. Once you get closer, if you get a little bit closer, sometimes you
That's a lot of shelves, though.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
sometimes
No, but what I'm
that's time
saying
for the
though, because
garbage. It's time for the
here's the thing.
trash. It's
No,
time for
because
the
it
trash
no,
can.
because you think about it though. When you get closer, you know, like the first time you was way off. The second time you got closer, when you see success a little bit, that's going to motivate you to get that other time. Now, when you the 5 times and you just straight garbage the whole, yeah, you need to throw that crap out. But I'm just saying, you know, if you see a little bit success, you're thinking, okay, y'all ever cook something?
Yeah.
And it starts off good.
Yeah.
And then it ends up, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, you thought you was getting that, getting that taste.
Yeah,
but then you put something in and it was just wrong. It cooked a little bit too long.
Yes.
You know? So that's why I'm saying, you know, it depends on the situation.
Right.
Makes sense.
All right, so that is true, and I appreciate you sharing that. That was hilarious. That cooking thing, though, yeah, everybody can attest to that. Where you cook something, start off good, and then it's
look
just not,
good.
until
you put that fork in there.
You put too much salt, too much pepper, too much something in it, and it's just horrible. You know.
Well, I'm a chef.
You said it's
No,
over.
I'm a chef.
Do you throw your food away?
No.
If it's that bad, I do.
Oh, depends if
Who want to eat that?
I'm not wasting that. You know, they don't eat. I look at it like that. If you do the crime, you do the time.
Yeah.
You sit there.
You gonna eat it?
I mean, depends on how bad it is.
Oh no.
Forget that. That's like some stuff ain't edible.
I mean, here's the thing. Yeah, if it's not edible, you know, it's like, oh my god.
I understand waste not, whatnot. However,
Trash throw it away.
Yes. It's going to trash.
Yeah.
How bad it is.
Yeah.
That's how bad.
I've burned some things before, and I know it has to go in the trash.
Well, I'm a chef also. Y'all didn't know that trade. But what I'm saying is, if you put the right ingredients in it, it's going to be right. Is that the question? Because I've been out for 30 minutes. I keep working my way back to you.
Like, listen. So yeah, I do go ahead, sing your song, Ricky, because we can bring
and a burning love inside.
What's that, the
I'm
fourth
really
time?
sorry.
I don't know the whole
It turned out this way. I'm kind of sorry.
Because they dance like this.
I keep Now, if I didn't come in and have no fun, man, I'd be talking about y'all on Wednesday. I've had a good time. Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do.
No, we don't.
I'm on the edge too.
We will throw you over that edge. We will write your name on a piece of paper and
throw it over the edge.
I ain't never been thrown around.
No, you
I might like that.
You fell on the ground.
Yeah, what she said, Sonia. She said I fell on the ground.
You fell on the ground, though.
I fell in the flower pot.
Yeah, he did flop.
That was
with Sonji on the Coyote Man Show Network.
All right. Third time's a charm.
I like how that worked out. It was in sync. That was dope. What's up, y'all?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Edge with Sonji.
And me, Say Cool the Madman.
Listen, guys, Say Cool wasn't here last week, and for some reason he seemed to lost his fire.
What's going on?
What show?
Oh,
we still on the air?
Hold on. But tell y'all good night.
No, that's an old one.
I don't know what's
You're
happening.
show business now, bitch. Show business.
All right, so nobody
Don't give him your royalty checks.
All right, so
There you go, you and your girl. Oh, Mrs. Butterworth.
all right, guys.
Okay, back
So
on.
so we back. Listen, Ricky, tell us
again?
about. Don't worry about.
Right, I got it. Can I just take this off?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Tell us a little bit about what you got coming up.
Yeah, most definitely.
And then we'll close out.
Most definitely. Coming up on April the 8th, our company BWT Productions presents the tribute to Sanford and Son, It's a tribute play at the American Legion Hall in Towson, 125 York Road. You can hit me at 443-226-9157. We have a great cast. Wooda's in the play, Howard G. He's playing Lamont. I'm playing Red Fox, you big dummy. And we have an outstanding cast. We've been working very hard. I want to thank the Coyote Man Network for letting us do our rehearsals here. But I'm telling you, we have a 3 o'clock show and a 7 o'clock show. The 7 o'clock show is almost sold out. If you wait to get your tickets, we have a big following just as well. So if you wait, you're going to be hearing about it because this is the hardest thing that's going to hit Baltimore because we're going to take this talent. We're not staying here. We're going all the way up. And the bottom line is, make sure you give me a call. You can hit Howard G. You can also hit Wooda, and they all have tickets for this thing. And I want the staff and the artists that's here tonight. Y'all come on out and see how professionals work, okay?
Yes, sir.
And don't be hating the player, just hate the game.
Hate the game.
And I appreciate you, Sonji.
All right. Wooda, you got anything?
Yeah, I have a show coming up March the 24th. It's at the New Freedom Church and Ministries on Reisterstown Road. It's called The Merry Heart of Laughter in the Lord.
Right.
And that's at 4 o'clock, and you can get your tickets on, what is it, Eventbrite?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Sekou, you have anything?
Yeah, I have 2 shows coming up.
Great.
I have a show on the 29th for the Young Men Out Job Corps. And then I have another show on the 31st.
For the women at job.
You know how to do topics.
That's coming next though. But, I have another show coming up with a group called the Astronaut Collectives.
Oh, astronauts.
Yeah.
Y'all going to space?
Yeah, we going to space.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah, so
Infinity.
that's what I
Drop me
got
off
right
at
about
Pluto.
now. I got
All right.
You in good hands.
Okay, awesome. So, Uncle Shelton, do you have anything to say before we leave, sir? Are you still there?
No.
Uncle
he's
Shelton is gone.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, thank you for tuning in to On the Edge. That's the match with Sonji
Sekou the Madman.
And T.
And
Justin Broad, a.k.a. Derek.
there we go.
Derek's in the house.
There we go.
And
Go on, Wooda.
Oh.
And also Ricky the Real Deal Shackleford. See me every Wednesday night on the Baltimore Kings of Comedy.
yes, with
Howard G.
and Howard G.
And Howard G.
All right, guys. Thank you. All
Thank
right.
you. Thank you.
Good night,
Thank you,
guys.
Sanji.
Y'all got any shorts?
No.
My neck is hurting.
Any what?
In shorts. In shorts.
In short.
With Sonji on the Coyote Man Show Network.
On the edge. On the edge.